Okay, once we are done with these steps, the very next step is we are going to see how to create a best prompt. Okay, so basically we have to create a prompt, and why we need to create a prompt. Just to show you, right? I'm in my Google console. I'm talking about something called as Vertex AI, right? I'll go to that Vertex AI. Just type Vertex AI and you will be redirected to that particular page. And over here, I was saying we are going to create a prompt, right? So why we need prompt? Because we are going to ask a question. Basically, like in ChatGPT, you would be asking a question, right? The ChatGPT is nothing but a LLM, right? Similarly, here we are going to use one of the LLM only, and you can see we have something called as prompt design. And as soon as I click on open, here it is asking me to provide whatever that I want the information. Okay, if I give something like this, right, versions of UiPath, then what the LLM does, it sends us the response back, right? So whatever we are typing here, this is called as prompt. We are asking this LLM to give the information, and you can see it has given some response, and it has given I cannot provide specific numbers, but that is fine, right? We got at least some response, right? So similarly, using UiPath, we are going to write a prompt, basically like using the prompt, right? And with the help of UiPath, we are going to hit this Vertex AI. And here you can see we have several models available. Gemini, and we would be having Bison and Unicorn. These are all the LLMs or models we can say. Okay, we are going to hit these models so that we would be getting response back. Okay, and why are we going to hit those models? Because we are going to send whatever the user is requesting, right? If the customer is reporting an issue, right? So we are going to pass those requests to the LLM, and that LLM is going to tell us whether that particular request is customer service or non-customer service. Sometimes the customers will send the appreciation mail to the business, right? So in that case, that falls under non-customer service. That not falls under customer service, right? If they are reporting any issue, then only it falls under customer service, right? So for that purpose only, we are going to create a prompt. So how we can create a prompt? Okay, it is like again creating the prompt and doing the testing. It is a trial and error. Okay, by that only you would be able to fine tune your prompt. Okay, so see here, I have created one prompt. Okay, and what I'm instructing right here, I'm instructing the AI model that you are a customer service email assistant. Basically, I'm telling what it is. Okay, what it is. And the next one, I'm telling the prompt, the model like what it has to do. Okay, so I'm instructing the prompt, the LLM model to analyze the below mail, and it needs to validate whether the mail, whatever the request which user is sending, right, it is for customer service or it is not a customer service. It has to give these either one of these two response. Either it has to give me customer service or it has to give me non-customer service. Okay, and the output, right, it has to be in some format, right? So my expected format is JSON. Okay, and I'm telling the prompt to give in this particular format. So basically this output, right, whatever output which I have given, that is a sample output, so that the prompt will get to know, okay, the user is expecting the response in this particular format only. Okay, so and it will be providing in the very same manner. So I'm asking the classification. So the classification here is either it will be customer service or it is going to be non-customer service. And this confidence score, how confident the LLM model is. It is going to classify either one of these two, right? And we wanted to know how confident the LLM model is, right? And we are going to ask the reason why the model has classified it as customer service or why it has classified as non-customer service. By the reason we would get to know, okay, because of this particular reason only the model has classified as like this. So that even if it is classifying incorrectly, you would be getting the chance to fine tune your prompt. Okay, so I would say this is not a good prompt. The reason being, I have tested this prompt multiple times and I'm not getting what I'm expecting, right? Because it doesn't have information like what falls under customer service and what not falls under non-customer service, right? It doesn't have those info, right? So the LLM model uses its own input. So it will be trained under multiple data sets, right? So it is going to use its own knowledge and it is going to reply, right? That is generalized AI. Instead of generalized AI, I'm going to use something called a specialized AI. When I say specialized AI, for our company, the company which we are going to work, right? In our problem statement, I have mentioned we are going to solve the problem of banking domain, right? So here we are going to solve the problem of specific domain, correct? So for that reason, we have to do specific prompt and we have to instruct what it has to do and how it has to do. Those informations we have to pass it in the prompt. Okay, and again you can see this, the triplets you see, right? This is the recommendation which was given by OpenAI. If you go to their official site, you would be able to see this triplets. Okay, and you are instructing the prompt with the help of keyword task. Okay, and you are asking the prompt, the LLM model, to again to classify whether it is a customer service or it is not related to the customer service. So it is the task that the model has to do. And you are specifically instructing now what falls under customer service. And I have mentioned few stuffs over here, account and transaction services. If I take about account and transaction services category, inside that category there could be multiple subcategories, right? And those categories I have given over here, and again I have used one more category and some other things. So if the customer's request falls under any one of these categories, right, then the LLM will automatically classify it as customer service. Okay, and sometimes if a guy is working for a bank, then he would be getting mails from his internal also, right? From the bank also. Not only he will get mail only from the customer, he would be getting mail from their internal organization as well, right? So those stuff should go under non-customer service. And alongside, if the guy is getting email from customer and it is a appreciation kind of mail, again, then it is not a customer service related mail, right? It is a appreciation mail or recognition mail. So those should fall under non-customer service. So for that, I have given few categories. Along with that, right, I have given how a human would be classifying that particular mail as customer service or non-customer service. And I have given the detailed instructions over here by writing step 1, step 2, step 3, and so. Okay, so this is how we have to create a prompt. Okay, basically you have to instruct what it has to do and what are all the categories should go inside this particular category and to the other category, and basically this particular thing. This we would be calling it as chain of thoughts. So how a human would be classifying the mail so that the model will act on its own by having this as a reference, this chain of thoughts as a reference. Okay, and here is where I'm passing the input, that is the customer's request. Either it can be an email body or it can be from any source. The source can be any, but for our use case, I'm going to use the email. Okay, and I have few sample emails which is already there in the Excel file. I'll show you in a while. And again, I'm asking it, the output has to be in this particular format. One is classification and the other one is reason it has to return. So this prompt, I can say it is okay. But Even if this prompt is also not working, then again you have to fine tune this prompt. So if we talk about Gen AI, fine tuning is the key. Okay, so we have to again and again reiterate our prompt.